Why do you purchase someone's OnlyFans when free porn exists? In middle school, this hot popular girl stood up for me when I was too afraid to speak up against guys that said stuff to me. Fast forward many years later, I bought her OnlyFans. Money well spent. I understand it's usually because they want to support their content, like having a connection with the content creator, or know them from elsewhere and are curious to see what they look like naked. I have the disposable income available to do so. I like their content, I want them to keep making more, and I don't have to think about tiny purchases like that. If there wasn't guys paying for porn, then there wouldn't be any free porn, since damn near all the free porn you see is either an ad for paid porn or pirated paid porn. I'm too old for this now, and don't use OnlyFans, but if I were back in college and one of my cute classmates offered to send me nudes for money, I'd be curious. And no, I was definitely not an incel. There's just something hot about knowing that side of someone you're actually familiar with, because sometimes I want that specific model's content. Sometimes you have favorites, especially if they consistently make content you like. Reliability is nice. Parasocial attachment is definitely a big factor, but I think it's basically the same question as why would you join someone's Patreon when their content is free on YouTube. Parasociality is a factor there too, but there's also just the fact that you're participating in a more direct economy than you are by using Pornhub YouTube. 2 reasons. I want to see that particular person naked and engaging in sexual acts. They're catered to particular kinks, especially ones that aren't easily found, or at least, not in an amateur context, because there's an ever-shrinking overlap between women willing to do professional porn and women you want to see doing porn. The most attractive ones know where the money is. It's more than the intimacy, although that's a huge part of it. It's being able to order exactly what you want. Some people like that. It's like the difference between cable and finding an actor to make something you write the script to. I knew the girl personally. She was a bartender and she steadily got hotter and hotter, and then COVID shutdown happened and she switched to UF. I paid for 1 month only and looked at all her nudes and then cancelled subscription. It was $12 well spent. I paid $20 for one chick. I wanted to know if paying to see a different butthole was different than all the free ones. It wasn't. Better question. Why pay for pictures of feet when the internet exists? I know a couple people with OnlyFans accounts that tell me feet are where the money is. Feet. One of them even charges to unblur her feet in actual fuck videos. The fucking isn't enough for them. I used to say the same thing, then I found out one of my crushes had an if. Yeah, I paid $10 to see what I had already been wondering so much about, lol. Because there is better content hidden behind the paywalls? Why do you buy good food when cheap garbage like McDonald's exists? Thoughtful face, thoughtful face, thoughtful face. Anyone trying to compare OnlyFans to strip clubs is wacko. There is a difference between seeing tits on a screen versus in person. Just like the difference between listening to your fave band on the radio and going to one of their concerts. It's seemingly more ethical. And you know the money is going mostly to the performer as opposed to a production company. Additionally, you can get custom content made. I don't personally subscribe to any OnlyFans, but I can see the upside. I've wondered this exact same thing. Also, I'm cool with my man watching free porn, but if I found out he subscribed or paid money for specific women, I would leave him. I know it's a bit hypocritical, especially since I'm okay with strip clubs, but it's a non-negotiable boundary in my relationship. As someone who previously poked fun at my friends for paying for a, I ended up paying for an of myself, and the reason was to see that specific person. One of my closest friends is an OnlyFans model, and she really made me think a lot about the ethics behind porn and all of that. So a while back I set a rule that I would only consume porn if the person in the video is the one distributing it. The knowledge that nobody suffered in the creation of my porn is worth $10 a month to me. Time is money. Some have more money to get exactly what they want, rather than spend the time searching for something that's close enough. Who are you all kidding? We all know it's so you can look at your friends naked without being a creep, smiley face. I think it's just me, a horny mind going, "Bird, I need to have this now," and then regretting it after finishing. Just speaking from personal experience. I wish I didn't have a credit card. Edit spelling mistake. I've never paid any money to look at naked people. But if Anita from accounting started in I would be the first to sign up. The porn industry exploits the fuck out of people. At least with OnlyFans you can be reasonably sure the guy you're paying to watch get pegged isn't being exploited. I don't, but I wonder if there are people who sell not porn or porn mixed with something else. Imagine a language course, but the teacher is nude. That could be a good business idea. Some MFs think paying a girl would make her more attracted to them. The girl picks up on that and makes them live on that fantasy, and so they keep BS. People crave connection and intimacy. A service like OnlyFans provides an artificial version of that. If I ever found someone I knew on OnlyFans, I'd likely sub to see some booty and such. But beyond that, yeah, free porn is the way to go. I've seen shit on OnlyFans I can't get for free. Some of these women will also show plenty just for free. I think the better question is of going to make free porn harder to find? I'm already seeing much shorter videos, for the same reason people spend money to go see movies in the theater when there are already so many free movies available on the broadcast TV stations. They're looking for a specific kind of movie, with a certain cast and plot. If you want to see a specific person, then you would have to get it. And they talk to you and make custom videos. My fetishes are very specific and weird niche. There is free porn of it, but it is not very much and often not high quality. Supporting their work is always good instead of consuming free porn stolen work, and also sometimes you just want to see a specific person naked. Nothing wrong with it really. It's the ones who think they're getting a GFBF out of it that are the weird ones. Embarrassed smiley face. I don't, but if I was, it would be to support an individual instead of a porn industry machine which has many people being forced to do it. Many people pay for it because they find it more ethical. After all, the money goes directly to the model versus to the agency she would be signed to, which may not divvy up the money impartially. The same reason people tip Twitch streamers when they can game at home, or download play video games for free. I know a lot of people do because it's kind of the same concept as supporting a small business. You know that the creator is not being taken advantage of monetarily and that they have complete autonomy over their content. Some people just feel better about it ethically. Women on TikTok have actually perfected being able to tease men on the platform so well that they buy their OnlyFans. I used to not like sex workers, but now I respect them to a certain degree. They really are marketing geniuses just farming desperate men for thousands. I think some people truly believe they are somehow personally connecting with porn stars by being in their chat and giving them lots of money. The term might be some perk. Exactly why I'm never on OnlyFans, grimacing face. But for me, asking others, PPL, be more tuned into PPL personality as well, not just aiming to see some naked person. Personality play a big part in it. I did a survey of guys in online games back in mid-00s about porn they consume. Most said they wanted something personal. I think of sort of delivers on that. Men can feel the photo was for them. Can't find any good porn anymore. It's all either spazzy shit or just too damn cinematic. I look for material to perform a dishonorable discharge on, not that shit.